Yeah. All right. I am with good old Ronnie Eriic. He is a,
Hey,
you want to introduce yourself right now?
hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Ronnie Eriic, Mr. Feeling Good, Feeling Great. I'm an artist, rapper, songwriter, engineers, jack of all trades.
Yeah. The first song I ever heard from you was 100 grand, right? The song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first ever song I heard from you. It was actually during an NBA game. Uh,
Oh, wow.
that I heard you from. Like, I couldn't believe. I'm like, wow, he's actually a pretty great artist because like I I listen to pregame, NBA routines uh and I heard your song. I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty great. And then I've heard other songs from you like outside during quarantine. You're
Yeah.
all right, but let's get
Yes.
into the interview. All right.
Okay.
All right. So what made you get into the music industry?
Well, so I grew up in music. Grew up in the church. My parents and my uncle and them had a church choir with my mom's side of the family. And, sung through the church choir all my life. Well, when I was younger. In middle school, I think I started playing the drums or elementary, I can't remember. But my parents really pushed football and basketball and sports track and stuff. So I got to college, didn't want to wake up at like 5, 6 in the morning to go play football. And so I had to figure something else out. My sophomore year, my grandfather passed away and I needed some way to vent. And I just started writing, like it started poems. And then I met a group of artists called Charlie Sky, Martez Hurt, Say So, and we became a group called LOTD, which is named Leaders of the Dreamers.
Mhm.
And I just started going crazy from there. When I was in college, I went to Florida A&M University. So,
All right. Uh, your first ever single, "Don't Play," was released in 2015. What did that mean to you?
ooh, man, you went back. So Don't Play was like my official track to get on all the Apple Music, to Spotify and all that. So that was my entry into like really getting my song out to the masses before it was just SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So it was my first entry, and that was something like really trying to find my sound. I still didn't know my sound at the time, but you could tell from that song to where I'm at now, things are 10 times totally different.
Uh-huh.
So that song really is my first ever like baby to just the world.
Yeah. What do you think is your song now? Like you said, your music has changed since then.
So my sound right now, I think my music is more relatable. I have a more melodic. Back then, I was more more yelling, rapping. I was doing more of the hype stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think more now. I have more of a concept and message in my songs. My hooks are a lot more powerful, and people can sing along to those. I think back then I was more focused on the rapping part. Like I wanted to do the J. Cole and Kendrick vibes you know, of things like that. But my thing I think took a 360 and just I mean a 180 and just changed up. So
All right. Talk about your upbringing. Where are you from, and how did it get to the point where you are at right now as an artist?
okay, so I'm from Jersey. I was born in Plainfield, grew up in Scotch Plains. Like I said, I played sports, so I played Pop One football since I was like 5. Basketball, played ran track, um, and never really focused on music. I love music. You know, my favorite artist is Lauren Hill. So my dad had different albums and stuff playing around the house. He used to DJ, and my uncle used to rap. But it wasn't really. It was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't do it. And looking forward to now it's everything that I love. Like I don't even really watch sports now. Like I just straight do music.
Yeah, I did track and cross country whenever I was in high school. Now I'm a senior in college, and I've been doing broadcasting, so it's pretty easy
See? Yeah.
for you. All right. You already mentioned how you changed up since your first single. All right. Uh, so I mentioned earlier how I first ever heard you from an NBA game with a 100 grand. How long did that song take to create for you?
Oh man. So okay, I'll tell you the story on that one. So you hear the hook, it says, I swear I'm up now. Had a Nissan in the jet. I swear I'm gonna get a Tesla. Ooh, I feel so electric. This a bust down. So from that, I used to have a Nissan. I crashed the car. I had a Jetta. I crashed the car. So I'm like, man, I really want a Tesla. Like I had all of these cars, but my main thing is I really wanted a Tesla, and the electric line is because of the Tesla. You know what I'm saying? But it just was something like I was going through. Like, um, what happened? Something happened. And it was like, man, I feel like I'm the man now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I went through a couple different things, and it was like, I really feel like this is who I am now. Like after everything I've been through, and that's how that song surfaced. And it took me, I would say, maybe a day
A
to
day?
create. Yeah, a day. The hook, it was easy, it was quick, but in terms of writing the concept I wanted and everything, it took about a day.
Yeah, the hook really got me into the song because I actually
Facts.
driving the Nissan right now. It's an '07, so
That's
uh,
dope.
it's a little old.
Shout out to Lego. Lego, he's the producer on that track. So,
All right. What does it mean to you that the song 100 Grand is in 2K?
oh man, it's beautiful. It's so crazy because I grew up on playing NBA Live, and the NBA Live was not everything anymore. And 2K just surfaced and took over. So I started seeing it. And I'm like, I think maybe a couple years ago, I'm like, man, I pray that I get on. I want to get one of my songs on like a childhood game that I grew up on. You know what I'm saying, or just any game. And fast forward to now, I used United Masters and just submitted it. And they loved it and put it in the game. Put it in the preseason clip first. Then I was on the Cavs media day, and then they put 100 grand and She Knows in 2K.
All right. Your last album came out in 2020 called Rebirth. Talk about some of your favorite songs on that album.
Okay, so my last album, Rebirth. Oh man, it was a situation with a person I was going through, and that title came apart because it was just like I wasn't who I was. You know what I'm saying? I started losing myself, and I needed a rebirth. So that's how that title came. But the songs, man, where do I start? How Can I Trust You with Destiny Child? This guy's one of my favorites. You wrote that. It was raining outside, and I looked outside. I was like, raindrop, okay. It's storming out here in the A. So that was just that hook. I like Genie with my homegirl. Yeah. That's was crazy. We was in here. Safe Place is one of my favorites. Ilona, crazy artist. 100 grand. She Knows is all time favorite.
All time favorite.
Um, yeah, I think that album was created around that. Um, but yeah, those are, my favorites of that album.
True. Yeah. I definitely like a couple of the songs on that album. Let's see. Your latest single is called Christmas Bay. Talk about why you decided to make a release before Christmas.
So Marcus on the beat, he created that, and I'm like, man, everybody it wasn't too many Christmas songs released or whatever. See Mariah Carey song always being played, so I'm like, man, I want to do like a trap fun Christmas song. And we was going to do Silent Night, but I just didn't. I wasn't feeling it. So then it was like he came over, started cooking up, and I'm like, see my Christmas Bay? He was like, yo, that's it. So we just kept going with that. And we created that in like 30 minutes to like an hour.
Yeah, quick. Uh, but yeah, it kind of reminded me of Betty Wap with Mary Xmas that came out like 6 years ago in 2015. If you,
Yeah.
I really, I really like that song by Betty Wap.
So I know I was late, but I think this year coming up, I'm gonna put a big push on that because it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't know about that Betty Wap song that was released.
Mm,
So yeah, maybe I'll jam out to that song and your song now.
hey.
All right. Another song I really liked from you was Outside, and that was a single. When did you start writing that song?
So I was, as you know, we was all locked up for COVID in the house. And I was going out my mind, bro. I'm like, man, I need to create something, but I want to talk about what's going on. So, you know, Blake the Alien, he created that beat, and I had the beat for a minute, and it was just like I miss hanging with my friends, I miss parties, I miss doing this. The government gave me some money, and it just ain't covering nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's all this stuff balled up. You know what I'm saying? That I was just like, all right, I gotta write something, and I miss going outside, and that's how that came with the par. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, I need to write this. This is what this needs to come off my chest. So
Yeah, I definitely jammed out to that song before I went to work because I was working at good old Walmart all of quarantine. It wasn't just
yeah,
What were you doing when we were in quarantine?
Me, I was literally just creating, man. I was writing songs for other artists. I was writing stuff like all the new singles that you're hearing. I've been either had them songs like a year ago or just started writing during quarantine, and I'm just now putting them out. You know what I'm saying? I got a catalog of songs, man. Like I can't wait for all y'all to hear it. But I just been focusing on my next steps. So I was practicing, learning how to mix and master, honing up, mastering my craft. You know what I'm saying? And just building connects from the house and figuring out different ways of getting to the people while we're still in the house.
With this pandemic continuing, do you expect to have more time to write songs and make new music?
Yes, yes. Also trying to do a live performance, trying to find like how we have Zoom, trying to find a way where I can incorporate it to the masses in a way. I found the spot, praying that they let me in, and then we're probably going to start virtual tours and stuff like that.
If if you had a chance to collaborate with anybody, who would you want to be with?
So my favorite artist, Lauryn Hill. I definitely want one with her. I would definitely love one with Drake, Bryson Tiller, Black, Fabulous. I mean, I got a countless number of people, man. Like, it's just, I think finding the right songs for the right moment for each person. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah, I didn't know about Lauryn Hill until like after I listened to the song "Wishing Well" by Juice WRLD.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How I found out about Lauryn Hill, and everybody's like, "What? You didn't know about her?"
Yeah, man. She's if you ever go we get a chance, listen to her album Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. When I tell you she rapped and she sung, crazy.
Who was your favorite artist growing up?
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill, you know, the whole Tupac and Biggie too, but I'll say Lauryn Hill, Fabulous, name. Yeah, those two for real.
Well, is this also the same answer, Lauryn Hill? With do you try to mirror any artist or try to have your own brand of music?
So I used to when I was younger try to mirror Kendrick, J. Cole. Now it's just me, like, but I still try to do the singing and rapping how she does it with a message. But other than that, I don't think I focus on emulating or trying to ride a wave of anything. I just be me on the track on how I feel.
All right, what do you expect going forward within 2021, such as goals or anything you want to accomplish?
A lot of things. I have a business partner, and we're trying to open up a couple businesses. I'm investing in a couple of little things. I want to help out other artists in terms of writing songs for them, helping them out in terms of the business side. I think a lot of artists don't know the business side of things, and that uh, tours. Hopefully, we get a chance to open up and really go outside. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get back on stage for real because I feel like that's what my energy is when I like seeing and meeting people and hearing them and seeing what I have. You know what I'm saying? Um, what else? More songs. I probably a project because I did the one last year. So I think I'm gonna do another project, more singles and more videos, way more videos.
Uh, so you were talking about the businesses. What businesses are you thinking to open? You were saying.
So a studio. I want to open up like a studio, even though we do everything in the house. I want to open up a studio for everybody else that we kind of work with. Um, I got my own clothing, the feeling good, feeling great. But I want to indulge in that a lot more. Investing in terms of stocks and trade, option trading and stuff like that. And then I also want to. I got a couple more things, man. You see. You see.
Do you think I could get some merch?
Oh
With the
yeah, oh yeah, man. We gotta get you some.
sounds good. Well, I got all my questions done. Is there anything else you would like to add before?
Nah, but make sure y'all go check out um Coming to America 2, March 5th. You feel me? I co-wrote a song with a hook to a song called Black and White with Nasty C featuring Ari Lennox. So that was my first big placement. I need y'all to go check it out and go get that soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? And way more things is on the way.
All right.
And you can follow me at Ronnie Eriic, RonnieEriic on Instagram, TikTok, put a 5 behind it. We on YouTube, on everything. I follow back.
Sounds great. I appreciate the interview.
Yo, appreciate you for having me, man. For real, for real. This means a lot.
All right.
Peace. I swear I'm up now. Had a Nissan in the Jetta. Swear I'm gonna get it Tesla. Ooh, I feel